We are in process of delivering a case car, and here is Mr. Andrusyk.
Hi.
We prepared some questions about how we start, how we do this job of repairing cars. Andrusyk is very kind. His offer to help us, we accept with grateful, with happiness. Yeah, with really volunteer happiness, because it's not easy to find people who will put so much time. And I want to say that it's cost nothing, like for job. Yeah, it's volunteer time from the person who is uh, serving in Ukrainian army also. So we have some questions. Could you please Yeah. Can you tell us about your background and how you became involved in repairing cars for Ukrainian army?
So the history of my background is quite simple. Me and my good friend who now serves in 67th Brigade. Uh, Back in the days, were just as civilian guys. His relatives at the start of full-scale invasion joined the AFU, um, and he contact us with simple with with very simple task for that time. It was basically that guys, I need a car for doing my job, for doing my business. Mm, and we basically help him. uh, we bought a car from UK. It was a Mercedes ML, and by the way, it was quite cheap. The price for those ML was like something like 700 or 900 bucks.
And it was okay for all cars for that time, yeah?
Yeah, sure. The prices for those car in Europe back in the days were so much cheaper than now. Mm, For even for 1,000 bucks, you can't buy now a four-wheel drive vehicle. Basically, nothing you can buy for those money. But then there was really a nice price, so we like joined in this a- action or something like that. So that was my background. That is the point where I started.
As it was, did it was before you started to serve army?
Yeah, I joined to the military forces like in 2023. That was my official joining to the defense forces, and I started with my friend, like basically like volunteers. We came to the combat zone. We repaired vehicle there.
What types of vehicles are typically prepared for the Ukrainian army, and what are the most common modifications you make?
Most typical vehicles for today is basically all cars. They have four-wheel drive and diesel engine, and I think very important place in today war has a vehicle that's called a minibus, something like Volkswagen Transportier, Mercedes-Benz Vito, Renault Traffic, and some kind of those larger modifications like Mercedes Sprinter, Vol- Vol- Volkswagen LT. Those are practically a multi-purpose vehicle that is used like in the evacuation tasks, in deliver of basically of food, of stuff you need to just live in combat zone. You don't just shoot or something like that. It's basically a type of life, what you need live every day.
But with
So
bad roads
very bad roads,
or without roads.
dirty roads, mud roads, explosive roads.
Yeah, we call this moon landscape.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the term. Vehicles is if if to be honest, practically um, every vehicle that can drive but by itself can make can give help, can be uh, корисний,
Useful.
can be useful.
Yeah, we saw the Zhiguli.
Yeah, at the start of full scale invasion, I saw those two guys who came from their sniper position, and they arrived to us in Lanos.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So
Nice.
guys took from Churrank his rifle that is basically worth like maybe 5 or 6 those cars.
But in the game we use and we ask you to fix our tracks. Yeah. Because
Yeah, now we basically need a pickup trucks because it's very multifunctional cars. It's quite simple because they have big trunk, four-wheel drive, and enough ground clearance to walk on early name roads.
can you walk us through the process of converting a civilian vehicle into a military-ready vehicle?
So, in my opinion, civilian vehicles cannot be turned in combat cars like 100%. For combat cars, you have combat cars like Humvee or Max Pro or something like that. But our situation is like that Ukraine cannot give the army all of those needs in cars. So in this case, we can use civilian cars in very many types of our missions. These cars used for very different jobs. So as I said, civilian car cannot be a 100% combat car, but it still can serve, it still can help, and it still can save lives of our soldiers.
Is a manual.
Yeah, it's it's typically a main goal for the whole Ukraine nation. So typically, what I'm trying to say that in our case, in this type of war, the civilian cars turned into um, such a main need, as I think, as I think, because they do only really one important job. They save lives, our our soldiers, our troops, if you want. Uh, it those cars evacuate them. Those cars give them missiles. Those cars give them ammos. Those cars give them foods. Those cars deliver them to vacations. What they have not much. Uh, we are in the situation where civilian cars give us more than combat cars, because combat cars have a very tiny scale of missions. You cannot sit in Max Pro, like example, and drive to Kramatorsk, maybe to go to have a bath like once in the month, or to have some typically nice food, not just package of those ті, що видає армія, коротше.
Those which army provides.
Yeah.
So, but in our battalion, we have pickups, and they are used exactly in combat missions. What do you know about this?
Our battalion have very specific type of missions. Those pickup trucks is basically number one need, because those make very big types of jobs. Like I said, it's from the combat to the basic life.
And they have to be less, like size of them, yeah, have to be less than armored vehicles.
Yeah, sure. The size of a car, it's a very big plus in the civilian cars above the combat cars, because our job of our battalion is working in small groups. So the smaller your car, the less you seen. The less you seen, the longer you live.